All right, it is time.
We were just about to come back online. I realized I hadn't graded the answers.
Yeah, that was fun.
We did do that. We also gave you a little bit of extra time since we had so many glitches going on there. Not a fan of that. All right, let's take them through it real quick. That way we can move on to round two.
Absolutely. Question number 1. The sections Survive, Fight, and Liberate make up what 1971 countercultural work of nonfiction that, despite its titular instruction, sold more than 250,000 copies in the first 6 months. Well, it was interesting that it sold because it's titled Steal This Book.
Question number 2. The Ruzizi River via Lake Kivu feeds what African freshwater lake that forms the primary border between Tanzania and the DRC? The clue is very much in the name there, because Tanzania is one part of what used to be Tanganyika. So it's Lake Tanganyika.
Question number 3. Nothing spices up a slam dunk contest quite like the controversy. What NBA player was the last to win in his home arena? The controversy comes from the fact that a Kia email that was sent to their employees 2 days before announced Blake Griffin as the winner of the 2011 Slam Dunk Contest.
The guy who coincidentally dunked over a Kia and advertised Kias. Yeah.
Yep.
What's that, the Simpsons voice? I'd like to say thank you to Mark Dawson for his donation. Mark, thank you very much. Question number 4, the image on the following slide. This slide here is an example of a spam technique that shares its name with a bait receptacle. That bait receptacle also shares its name with a famous fictional restaurant and animated series, and all of those things are called a chum bucket. These are the types of link galleries that appear at the end of an article, and they're basically like, hey, you know, we got all this chum the waters. Make sure that these people keep coming back and reading more articles. Yep.
Question number 5, featuring the voice talents of Timothy Spall, Julie Swalla, and Miranda Richardson. Rest in peace. What 2000 collaboration between Aardman Animation and DreamWorks, the highest grossing stop motion film? It wasn't eligible for Best Animated because it came out 2 years prior. This is Chicken Run.
Like prior to it being a category?
Yeah, because we've explained previously that the first one to win was Shrek.
That's right, it was.
Yep, that was also a question I read.
You read it?
I read it real good.
What endangered African bird of prey seen on this slide has a name that may come from a corrupted form of the word archer and not a sexist observation about the bird's long legs? Well, the word for archer is Sagittarius, and they were referred to as like Sagittary or Surgitary for a little while and just kind of got muddled until someone picked it up as secretary. Yep. Those are secretary birds. I found those pictures from an article. It says the secretary bird is so beautiful it could easily be a Pixar character.
Yep. Looks like it's from Up.
Yeah.
Question number 7, sharing its name with the European Nobel laureate. What Montana Gulch was the site of a disastrous 1949 fire that claimed the lives of 13 firefighters and was later immortalized in a folk song? That would be Man Gulch.
Yeah, the Man Gulch fire changed a lot about how fires were fought, especially in upland areas. It also inspired the song much later called Cold Missouri Waters, which was notably covered by the band, the supergroup actually, Cry, Cry, Cry. Also, I'd like to say thank you to our next donor, Rachel Schumann. So thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
Very much for sending in a donation. And your last question of the round also a physically obvious feature of a castle. What is the name for Pepsi's answer to the Coca-Cola freestyle?
I don't think we're ever forgetting this
Jerome,
again. The
secretary bird is a bird of prey. They predate on, like, snakes and stuff.
Yeah. I don't think we're ever forgetting this because we missed it in Lee's thing.
We missed it on...
Was it Lee?
I think it was Inkling.
Was it Inkling? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We missed
this. That is the Spire.
The Spire.
Pepsi Spire. Almost an anagram for the company. You want to take a look at how we're doing?
Let's do it. So, we've got playing with us tonight in 8th place, 4 points for I Feel Quizzy. 6th place, 6 points for Third Podium and Gentlefolk Octopodes. A whole heap of people tied with 7. 7 apiece for Team Coast to Coast, Kanye West Nile Virus, and Gentleman Octomompus. And tied for first, Octopodes Nuts and How to Cook for 40 Anarchists.
I like that name. How to Cook for 40 Anarchists. All right, T, leading us off.
Yep. Does it just cute it to death?
Does it just cute it to death? I mean,
that would be a technique.
Use what you got.
Question number 1. Named for a family that later begat a celebrated novelist of genre fiction. What seat of Muskingum County is listed last alphabetically among Ohio cities? So what is listed last alphabetically among Ohio cities? Named for a family that would later beget a celebrated novelist of genre fiction. That is question number 1.
Way to change up the tense on begat there on the fly. Question number 2.
I'm a professional, I gotta say.
It's total pro. Question number 2. Which actress owned the late 90s awards scene, winning 4 consecutive Emmy Awards from 1996 to 1999, as well as the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1998? That's a hell of a run, as they say. So, which actress owned the late 90s awards scene, winning the Primetime Emmy for Best Lead Actress in a Comedy Series from 1996 to 1999, and also taking home the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1998, who added 5 pieces of hardware to their shelf in those 4 years? That's question number 2.
Question number 3. After his arrest for a raid on the Moncada barracks, what leader... Yep, that is absolutely correct, Jeremy. 1997 film, that was the ceremony in 98, yes.
Yeah, pretty sure. Let me double check that real quick.
100% sure. I wrote the question.
That is correct. And also that is correct.
Yeah. Question number 3. After his arrest for a raid on the Moncada barracks, not Johan Moncada, what leader sparked the 26th of July movement with a speech later published as History Will Absolve Me? So what leader had the speech that was later published as History Will Absolve Me and sparked the 26th of July movement?
I'd like to say thank you to Will Gilbert for their donation. Will, thank you very much.
Thank you. And Jeremy, that is always a valid question. I struggle with that a lot. Was the award season the year after? Mm-hmm. When was this released? It released in December. Mm-hmm. So that's always a valid question.
And this is also, I hope, a valid question. Question number 4. It's definitely a valid question. This is Sarah's question. So thank you very much for writing this, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
The following works were produced by which Swedish-born artist, whose 4-page artist statement says that he is, quote, for the art of ice cream cones dropped on concrete, among many other things. Among many other things, what Swedish-born artist who produced the works on the following slide says that he is, quote, for the art of ice cream cones dropped on concrete. That artist created, boom, these works.
That one.
What is the name of that Swedish-born artist?
Look at the avocado.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No, I'll just sit right in the pit.
Well chosen. I would love to sit in the pit. Oh my god. You're just voicing my dreams out here, TJ. That's question number 4. Thanks again, Sarah.
Question number 5. What mostly instrumental 1973 album initially sold very slowly, but then shot up to number 1 on the UK charts after its title track was used as the theme to an iconic horror film? So what mostly instrumental 1973 album initially sold slowly, but then shot up to number 1 on the UK charts after its title track was used for the theme for an iconic horror film? What is the name of that album? That's question number 5.
Question number 6. The text, I do not regret this journey, accompanies a Ralph Vaughan Williams symphony named for what geographical location? Vaughan Williams adapted the work from his earlier score he composed for the film Scott of this location. So again, the text, I do not regret this journey, accompanies a Ralph Vaughan Williams symphony named for what geographical location? This symphony was adapted from an earlier score Vaughan Williams had composed for a film titled Scott of this location. What geographical location do those titles have in common? That is question number 6.
Mm-hmm. Question number 7. Anomalously thought to be faster than the speed of light. What fermions are so named because of their lack of electrical charge and a resting mass that approximates 0? Fermions?
Fermions.
Fermions? Okay.
Fermions.
What fermions are so named because of their lack of electrical charge and a resting mass that approximates 0? That's question number 7.
That is question number 7. It's time to get Randy with question number 8. We got the anagram for you. Rearrange the following letters to form a 9-letter word. You've got L-O-V-E-T-U-N-E-R. That is a love tuner. And your hint is, hey, sign me up for one of those.
Nice.
You've got a love tuner, and your hint is, hey, sign me up for one of those. That's question number 8. Rearrange those letters and give us a 9-letter word. Let's hit them with the recap.
Mm-hmm. Question number 1, named for a family that later begat a celebrated novelist of genre fiction. What seat in Muskingum County is last alphabetically among Ohio cities?
Question number 2, which actress owned the late 90s award scene, winning 4 consecutive Emmys from 1996 to 1999, as well as taking home the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1998, which, as Jeremy Horowitz points out, is the award season itself was in 98. The film, however, for which she won the award, was released in 97.
Mm-hmm.
That's question number 2.
Award seasons are fun.
Award seasons are fun. Give us the name of that actress. That's question number 2.
Question number 3, after his arrest for a raid on the Moncada barracks, what leader sparked the 26th of July movement with a speech later published as History Will Absolve Me? That's question 3.
Question number 4. This one again comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
The following works were produced by which Swedish-born artist whose 4-page artist statement says that he is for the art of ice cream cones dropped on concrete, among many other things. And that artist produced, boom, those works right there. So we're looking for the name of the Swedish-born artist who produced the works seen on this slide. And that...
How many people do you think could try to bend the spoon back to try to launch the berries? I think that's an everyday occurrence.
Just try to yeet the cherry. Try to yeet the cherry.
That'd be amazing.
That's incredible.
That's a good photo
That's also
op.
question number 4.
Question number 5. What mostly instrumental 1973 album initially sold slowly, but then shot up to number 1 on the UK charts after its title track was used as the theme to an iconic horror film? What is the name of that album and the title track that was used as the theme for a horror film? That's question 5.
Question number 6. The text, I do not regret this journey, accompanies a Ralph Vaughan Williams symphony, named for what geographical location? Vaughan Williams adapted the same work from a score he composed for the film called Scott of this location. What geographical location is common to both of those clues? That's question number 6. Hiccup. Oh,
Anomalously thought to be faster than the speed of light. What fermions are so named because of their lack of electrical charge and a resting mass that approximates 0? That was question number 7.
Question number 8. It's your Randy anagram time. Rearrange the following letters and give us a 9-letter word. You've got L-O-V-E-T-U-N-E-R. That is your love tuner. And your hint is, hey, sign me up for one of those.
Hey now.
Love tuner, hey, sign me up for one of those. That's question number 8. Give us the 9-letter word, which those letters can be rearranged to form.
And that has been your recap.
Give us your answers, exactly. All right, we will see you shortly. Hopefully things will go on without a hitch.
Well, they have been so far, so let's... Yep.
Knocking on the wood. See you soon. All right, we are back and have just decided, by the way, that it's Christmas. Stumbling down the stairs with a cockeyed Santa hat on and holding a big old glass of mulled cider. And let's watch Love Actually and The Grinch.
Yep.
Fuck it, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas now. I've decided.
All right, here are your answers for round number 2. TJ.
Question number 1, named for a family that later begat a celebrated novelist of genre fiction. What seat of Muskingum County is listed last alphabetically among Ohio cities? And that is Zanesville.
Yeah, to the people who said Youngstown, very close.
Very close.
But it is Zanesville.
Shout out Jim Tressel.
Connected to the Zane family that founded Zanesville is the Western novelist Zane Grey, from Riders of the Purple Sage and a lot others. Question number 2. Which actress owned the late 90s awards scene with 4 consecutive Emmy wins from 96 to 99, as well as the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1998?
As Culver City native.
Culver City native. That was in the question before I removed it. Good job.
Helen Hunt.
Mm-hmm. Let's not forget Zane Grey's Sex Chronicles. I do not know, and I do not know if I want to, but I'm sure I'm going to find out. Question number 3. After his arrest for... It's your question.
After his arrest for a raid on Moncada Barracks, what leader sparked the 26th of July movement with a speech later published as History Will Absolve Me? And that leader was Fidel Castro.
Yep.
History has not absolved him, as it turns out.
I mean, history does absolve you when you control the government. Wow. I mean, when you write the history.
Some people's history.
Right. 2 hours, by the way, is a lean speech for Castro.
Mm-hmm. Man, love to talk.
Question number 4. The following works were produced by which Swedish-born artist, whose 4-page artist statement says that he is for the art of ice cream cones dropped on concrete, among many other things. If you get the chance, read his artist statement. It's loaded with all kinds of great images. And thank you to Sarah for introducing me to that, and for writing this question, and for giving us a little bit of Klaus Oldenburg. It is Klaus Oldenburg, who is known for his sculptures depicting large versions of everyday objects. He's a leading pop artist from Europe.
Pop video. Question number 5. What mostly instrumental 1973 album initially sold very slowly but really picked up in December? But then shot up to number 1 after its title track was used as a theme to an iconic
picked up in December.
Film.
Was it Christmas?
No, it wasn't Christmas. It really wasn't Christmas. This was Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells.
Yep, the theme song for The Exorcist.
Yep.
Also, the album art there is based on Rock of the Pyrenees by Rene Magritte, a question I got right on my first World Quizzing Championships. Shout out to Mark Dawson, Alan Lynn, and Clifford Gallagher, who were my teammates.
Yep. Also, one thing I did want to say is it also reached a peak in the top 5 of the U.S. in March of 1974.
Yep, bit of a crossover hit.
Uh-huh.
We were all feeling that we needed something eerie for 73. I think Watergate was going on, so like...
we need something creepy.
Needs to set this.
Something creepy needs to happen.
Question number 6. The text, I do not regret this journey, accompanies a Ralph Vaughan Williams symphony named for what geographical location? Vaughan Williams earlier had had composed a score for the film Scott of this location. And I'm sorry if you said North Pole, we couldn't give it to you. It is the Antarctic. So it's Antarctica or the Antarctic. But yeah, Symphonie Antarctica and Scott of the Antarctic, referring, of course, to Robert Falcon Scott, whose journal entries made up the text that you found
former Gentleman Octopus.
Former Gentleman Octopus, Snow Tomb having Robert Falcon Scott.
Yep. Question number 7. Thought to be faster than the speed of light, what fermions are so named because of their lack of electrical charge and a resting mass that approximates 0? That is neutrinos.
Yeah, for something so incredibly tiny, some of the world's biggest things have been built to try to detect them. It's amazing.
Is it like one of those games at Chuck E. Cheese where you try to get the ring?
You can't find pictures of actual neutrinos because they are so goddamn small. But yeah, that's a neutron detector from our neutrino detector in Japan.
Nice. And your Randy anagram.
Randy anagram. Question number 8. Love Tuner. Lovetuner. Or you could have, not lover nut. I thought you could have lover nut, but you can't.
Yep.
That's why I rephrased it to Love Tuner. But hey, sign me up for one of those. You can sign up if you volunteer.
Volunteer.
And did you know that so-called volunteers don't even get paid? That's exploitation. That's exploitation.
That's not right.
Anyway.
Let's go to the scores as I just ripped out my power cord. In 8th place with 10 points, we got I Feel Quizzy. Tied for 6th, 12 points for 3rd podium in Team Coast to Coast. Tied for 3rd, 14 points of slides for Kanye West Now of Irish, Gentlefolk Octopus, and Gentle Octmanopus. 2nd place, 15 points for How to Cook for 40 Anarchists. And 1st place with the perfect score is Octopodes Nuts. Octopodes Nuts is the only perfect score, but it is going to fall here. Because it's music time.
Possibly. All right, so I'm going to post a link to a Vocaroo page in the comments of the Twitch and YouTube channels. TJ's going to do the same for Facebook. You're going to go to that page and listen to our music round. You'll hear 8 different clips, 1 point for each correctly guessed title, 1 point for each correctly guessed artist, 2 points for getting the theme. The link will be posted in the comments. Feel free to listen, rewind, and listen again. You will have 10 minutes to
not
submit.
a third time.
But not a third time. You will have 10 minutes to submit. Let's see, streamed 54 minutes ago. I think that's the wrong one. Yeah, you'll have 10 minutes to submit, during which time we will not be playing any filler music so that you're not distracted by anything like that. There's the Vocaroo in YouTube. There it is in Twitch. We will pop on at the 2-minute mark to let you know how much time you have remaining. But other than that, you won't see us until 2 minutes and 0 minutes. Best of luck, everybody, and try to guess that theme. See you soon. 10. Nope, no more. 10. There we go. Start. All right, a little less than 90 seconds remaining before you have to get your answers in. For those wondering, we are working on a scoring issue at the moment. There's one team that has a perfect score, and the score does not yet reflect that. So that's why we've been away and taking a little bit longer to get back than usual. But submit your answers as soon as you can. We'll be back when the timer hits 0. Good luck. All right, we are back. We're going to take just a little bit of time to validate these answers. So go ahead, powder your nose, grab yourself a drink, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Make sure you get those submissions in if you haven't already. Talk to you soon.
See you in a bit. digging the Home Alone soundtrack, the B-Sides channel. Thanks, Dan.
Beautiful. All right, answers are submitted. We took our scoring break. Everything is done. Let's take a look at the answers from round number 3. TJ, start us off.
Song number 1 was Always by Blink-182. This was on Rock Band 3.
Mm-hmm.
Good song.
One of the Blink-182 songs I feel doesn't get played enough.
It does not. This one and Feeling This, I think, are two of them that from that era that don't get played enough.
Time. Smile fades in the summer. You see, you got to start like 5 seconds after me to get the round.
Yeah, exactly.
Song number 2 was Let It Rock, Kevin Rudolph featuring Lil Wayne. I remember the song
big back in the day.
I remember it being like, I thought it was an okay song. I listened to it a lot more today. Nah.
Lil Wayne's part blows.
Lil Wayne's part's probably better, actually.
County Planet Rock.
Okay, but that's just Wheezy.
Yeah, yeah, but that feature's bad.
There's a lot of Jesus in this song.
There is a lot of
Jesus.
There's
a lot of Jesus, like a sneaky lot of Jesus.
Yeah, sneaky lot of Jesus. That's the next team name, by the way. Sneaky lot of Jesus.
Your turn, Teach.
Question. Song number 3 is "I Believe" by Diamond Rio.
Got a score of guesses for this one, which makes sense. Diamond Rio, not particularly well known. They had this one and "What a Beautiful Mess." What a beautiful mess. What a beautiful mess I made.
Spending all my time with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Song number 4. It's My Life by No Doubt, originally by...
Don't you forget.
Talk. This was the time period when Lil Wayne made Rebirth a notoriously bad rap rock album. I mean, he can play the guitar.
Yeah.
I guess it just didn't fit with his style. 5.
Song number 5 was "Lay Your Hands on Me" by the Thompson Twins.
Of the songs that we used in this round, this was the one I was easily least familiar with. Don't know much about the Thompson Twins, except they're probably the highest charting, most successful act to be named after a Hergé character.
Yeah, that's probably a short list. Song number 6.
Runaway, Kanye West featuring Pusha T.
Yep.
Another song that, like, when it starts, I'm just all into it. I love the mood. I love the piano.
Yeah.
And then it just goes on a little too long.
It's like a 7-minute song.
Well, it's 9 on the album.
Yeah.
It's 9 on the album. It's still 5 in the radio edit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's one of my favorite Kanye songs.
But
I can't pinpoint why. The video's cool.
The
mood
really
is great.
cool.
The setup is great. The production is great. The lyrics aren't.
Yeah.
I was like, this girl a picture of my dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. All right, cool.
See if we can rhyme dick with shit.
All right, song number 7 is "These Days" by Foo Fighters. This was featured a lot, actually, at the NFL draft.
Was it?
Yeah.
This NFL draft or
this NFL draft.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they played a lot of Foo.
Captain Haddock are underrated.
Yeah. Times Like These also was used quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean,
makes sense.
Brand new Cleveland residents now because Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Congratulations to Foo.
Dave's second time in.
Yep. And song number 8, we've got "I'll Be There For You" by the Rembrandts. Yes, of course.
Give you all the claps.
All the claps. I'm trying to remember the name of the woman who helped to co-write this song, who was neither a Rembrandt nor a television producer, but she also wrote some really good songs. One that Sarah and I really like. What was it called? And no, it's not "Making Love Out of Nothing" at all. Let's see.
No, I was thinking like at this time it might be like Lisa Loeb.
That would be awesome. I like Lisa Loeb. Let's see. "I'll Be There For You." Yes, you are being privy to my Googles at the moment.
Your Googles.
Let's see. Where is she? Allie Willis. Or Allie Willis. "What Have I Done to Deserve This" by Pet Shop Boys and Dusty Springfield. And co-wrote "September" and "Boogie Wonderland" by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Those are 2 bangers.
Those are some excellent songs, yeah. All right, and your connections.
Little known fact, "I'll Be There For You" also serves the themes for a TV show.
Yes, I think maybe he's talking about the other "I'll be there for you." That could be interesting.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. But yeah, your connection. You got "Always," "Let It Rock," "I Believe," "It's My Life," "Lay Your Hands on Me," "Run Away," "These Days," and "I'll Be There for You." At least 5 of which are well-known Bon Jovi
These
songs.
5 words, I swear to you.
Yeah, "Always," "Let It Rock," "It's My Life," "Lay Your Hands on Me," "Run Away," and "I'll Be There for You," all at once I noticed. That's 6.
Yep.
That's 6. That makes a solid round.
Yeah.
We can squeeze in an "I Believe" and a "These Days,"
Yeah.
6 of them. That's pretty good. All right.
6 of them are played regularly on classic rock stations.
That they are. All right, let's move on to round number 4. We're just into the final hour. Let's get it done. TJ.
Question number 1. In the Alice Walker short story of the same name, what objects representing cultural and familial heritage does Mama pledge to give to her daughter Maggie on the grounds that she will put them to everyday use? Bon Jovi had 8 songs. In the Alice Walker short
the same one 8 times.
Just all Slippery When Wet. They just keep releasing Slippery When Wet every 2 years, hoping you forget about it. In the Alice Walker short story of the same name, what objects represent cultural and familial heritage does Mama pledge to give to her daughter Maggie on the grounds she will put them to everyday use? What objects are featured in that short story? That's question number 1.
Question number 2. 3 of the 10 highest grossing films of the year 1965, which got spat out from the random year generator, have titles with the word cat in the title. Have titles with the word cat in the title.
Yep.
Do you get it? Because they're titles and they have it in the title.
Because you didn't do a test game today.
Including What's New Pussycat,
Whoa,
That Darn
whoa.
Cat, and which third film in which Lee Marvin stars alongside Jane Fonda as she plays the title Outlaw. So 3 of the top 10 highest grossing films of 1965 have cat in the title. You've got What's New Pussycat, That Darn Cat, and which third film starring Lee Marvin and Jane Fonda? Fonda plays the title Outlaw in that film. Give us the name of that film. That's question number 2.
Question number 3. Different from a similarly named title occurrence. Title, not title.
Title. And not titular.
Yeah.
I'll still drink.
Yeah. Speaking of Kanye, title.
Yeah,
what marine phenomenon defined as a strong, localized, and narrow current of water has been redacted from the sign seen on the following slide? So, what word has been redacted
You
from
could
the
be swept out and drown. If in doubt, don't go out.
Yep. What word has been redacted from the following sign? That is question.
Well, what phenomenon?
What phenomenon?
Yeah.
Sure. Question number 3.
It's more than one word.
It's more than one word.
Secret squirrel. Question number 4. Which Jay-Z album shares its name with a legal term defined as, quote, a misgiving about the guilt of a criminal defendant that arises upon fair and thorough consideration of the evidence? So again, what legal term? Give me a sec. A little bit of indigestion there. Question number 4. Which Jay-Z album shares its name with a legal term defined as a misgiving, quote, about the guilt of a criminal defendant that arises upon fair and thorough consideration of the evidence? Jerome, if you're talking about question number 3, it cannot be either. They are somewhat similar, but they each have different definitions, and one is often misleadingly used as the name for the other. But question number 4 is that one. It's a legal term. Which legal term is it? It's also a Jay-Z album. Give it to us.
H to the ISO. Question number 5. Shortly before she appeared in Love Actually, Martine McCutcheon won the Laurence Olivier Award for her West End role in what Lerner and Lowe musical, in which she sang Just You Wait and I Could Have Danced All Night.
Not that Just You Wait.
Yeah. So before she appeared in Love Actually, Martine McCutcheon won the Laurence Olivier Award for her West End role in What Lerner and Lowe musical, in which she sang the songs Just You Wait and I Could Have Danced All Night. What musical features those numbers? That's question 5.
Question number 6. After leading the National League in strikeouts in both 2019 and 2020, which pitcher was named New York Athlete of the Decade by the New York Post? One of the few things they've gotten right recently.
Well,
I mean,
not that pages sometimes do things differently. Yeah.
Not that the New York Post is any kind of bastion of correctness or anything like that.
Hamilton.
But talking more about the open letter,
yeah,
but yeah.
I gotcha.
Question number 6. After leading the National League in strikeouts in both 2019 and 2020, which pitcher was named New York Athlete of the Decade by the New York Post? That's question number 6.
Question number 7. The most recent film selected for preservation in the National Film Registry is a 2010 documentary titled For What Group of People Who Busted in the 1960s South to Expose the Illegal Segregation Practices that were still taking place. Once again, the most recent film selected for preservation in the National Film Registry is a 2010 documentary titled For What Group of People Who Busted in the 1960s South to Expose the Illegal Segregation that was still happening there. That's question 7. What's the name of that title group of people?
And question number 8. Although the term spider crab is commonly used, savvy seafood marketers took a cue from the translation of the taxonomic genus Cynoecetes when promoting what type of crab legs, which are seen on the following slide and typically offered at the lowest price point. Although they are commonly referred to as spider crabs, seafood marketers instead took a cue from the translation of the taxonomic genus Cynoecetes when marketing what type of crab legs, which are seen on this slide here, and typically marketed at the lowest price point.
Gotta get that drawn butter.
Gotta get that drawn butter. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
If it don't look like egg yolk, I don't want it. But yeah, that's question number 8. Name those crab legs.
And time for the recap. Question number 1. In the Alice Walker short story of the same name, what objects representing cultural and familial heritage does Mama pledge to give to her daughter Maggie on the grounds she'll put them to everyday use?
Just going to clarify real quick that when I say short story of the same name, I mean everyday use is the name of the story and putting them to everyday use.
What objects are featured in everyday use?
Right. Just that the objects themselves do not title the work, and I realize I wrote that in a misleading way.
Okay, cool.
Question number 2. 3 of the 10 highest grossing films of 1965 have the word cat somewhere in the title. You got What's New Pussycat, That Darn Cat, and What Third Film with Lee Marvin and Jane Fonda, with Fonda playing the title Outlaw. Name that Jane Fonda film from 1965 with the word cat in the title. That's question number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Uh-huh. There you go. Question number 3. Different from a similarly named title occurrence. What marine phenomenon defined as a strong, localized, and narrow current of water has been redacted from the sign seen here?
That's the question.
So what marine phenomena has been redacted from that sign? That's question number 3.
Question number 4. Which Jay-Z album shares its name with a legal term defined as a misgiving, quote, about the guilt of a criminal defendant that arises upon fair and thorough consideration of the evidence? Which Jay-Z album shares its name with that legal term? That's question number 4.
Question number 5. Shortly before she appeared in Love Actually, Martine McCutcheon won the Laurence Olivier Award for her West End role in what Lerner and Loewe musical? In which she sang Just You Wait and I Could Have Danced All Night. What Lerner and Loewe musical features Just You Wait and I Could Have Danced All Night? That's question 5.
Question number 6. After leading the National League in strikeouts in both 2019 and 2020, and we mean dealing them out, not being on the receiving end, which pitcher was named New York Athlete of the Decade by the New York Post? That's number 6. TJ 7.
Question number 7. The most recent film selected for preservation in the National Film Registry is a 2010 documentary titled For What Group of People Who Busted in the 1960s South to Expose the Illegal Segregation that was still taking place there? Was that title group of people? That is question number 7.
And question number 8. Although the term spider crab is commonly used to refer to the crustaceans, savvy seafood marketers took a cue from the translation of the taxonomic genus Cynoecetes when promoting what type of crab legs, which are seen on this slide and typically offered at the lowest price point. what is the name for it? These type of crab legs, when they found out that spider crab wasn't particularly appetizing,
yeah.
It changed the name.
Mm-hmm. That's some spider crab. That feels like it's going to have a lot of meat in it.
That's question number 8. Submit your answers. We'll see you soon.
See you in just a bit. All right, it is time to go over those round 4 answers.
Starting with question number 1.
Question number 1 in the Alice Walker short story of the same name. What objects representing cultural and familial heritage does Mama pledge to give to her daughter Maggie on the grounds that she will put them to everyday use? Those items were quilts. Gotta snuggle up, baby.
Yeah, Maggie's sister wants the quilts and wants to, like, put them up on a wall as if they're pieces of art. And Mama doesn't want her to, like, put them on the pedestal or put them in this trophy case or anything. She wants them to be part of the family, a living thing. Put them to everyday use. That's why Maggie gets the quotes. Question number 2. 3 of the 10 highest grossing films of the year 1965 have cat in the title. What's New Pussycat? That Darn Cat, and Cat by You, with Jane Fonda playing the title outlaw Cat by You. 3 films with cat in the title.
3 cats.
I went 1965, random year generator, went to 1965 and film, scrolled down like cat?
Another cat.
That's a lot of cats.
Question number 3, different from a similarly named title occurrence. What marine phenomenon defines a strong, localized, and narrow current of water has been redacted from the sign seen on the following slide? And that's rip current.
Yes, that is a rip current. And because we said in the question it's different from a similarly named tidal phenomenon, and because they are different hydrological phenomena, we are not going to be giving credit for rip tide. So I'll take the tomatoes now if you want to pelt us with them.
Apparently it's Baloo.
Cat Baloo. Oh, okay, gotcha. Like the big bear.
Like the big bear.
Like Big Bear. Question number 4. Which Jay-Z album shares its name with a legal term?
I'm back now.
Okay, cool. You can
Woo!
go ahead.
All right. All right, we're trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Shortly before she appeared in Love Actually, Martine McCutcheon.
Oh, no, gone.